Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, here in front of Vashra after we defeated Sri Lakshmi. So let's see what next. The silence of the gods. You have done us a great service this day. Long shall my sisters sing the praises of the Icon Slayer. Let us bear word of them of Sri Lakshmi's passing. Come, friends, to Vera Nilia. Ah, the winds whispered of your success, and your eyes confirm their testimony. The Lady of Bliss no longer holds our Garlean sisters in her thrall. For this, we thank you. Serenia did the deed. We were but witnesses to her heroism. However, I fear this is only the beginning, for there is no cure for that which drives the desperate to beseech their gods for salvation. Should they wish to use their crystals to summon Sri Lakshmi again, naught can be done to stop them. We ignore our sister's plight at our peril. This we know. We shall endeavor to show them another path so that the day you speak of never comes. We're all in this together, Ala Ghiri and Ananta. We understand that. Hopefully this time they will too. You and yours will ever be friends of Avira. On that, you have my word. We should be getting back to the Peering Stones. Thank you again, Sarisha, for everything. You heard about the Primal. Excellent word. If you're looking for Ironwald and its unit, they're currently investigating reports of suspicious activity in the area. Welcome back. Conrad and Marshal Terrapin came to render aid, but I hear that won't be necessary. It won't. Sri Lakshmi's gone. But I should probably start at the beginning. Incredible. I don't know what to say. If you hadn't been there to stop her, who knows where it would have ended. You saved a lot of lives, Serenia. Take pride in that. It must be said that this is something of an unprecedented situation. Previous summonings were, to my knowledge, planned well in advance by a tribe as a whole. Indeed, there are several aspects of this incident which bear further investigation. In any event, the Kelana's supply of crystals must remain limited for the foreseeable future, and ambient ether levels closely observed. Understood. The Alliance will consult with the Resistance and the Vera on how best to enforce said restrictions. Thank you, Vice Marshal. To other matters then, what news of the Imperials? None, which itself is troubling. It seems that the Skulls and the remainder of the garrison have fully withdrawn into the peaks. We've seen neither hide nor hair of them since Velodina. Regardless of their reasons, our path is clear. Father has decided that it is time to advance east. Finally! It was also most empathetic that you be spared further duties for the present. You are to rest. It would not do for the warrior of light to collapse from exhaustion during the march. We may not be as strong or as quick as her, but we are soldiers nonetheless. We can deal with the Imperials. Aye, you've earned this respite, so enjoy it. The same goes to you, Minago. You've been away from your family too long. Don't deny it. As you say, sir. We make the most of our time here. Looks like it's up to me and mine to give you a proper welcome. My mother prepared a special meal for this occasion, and I have it on good authority that hers is the finest cooking this side of Velodina. Honored guests, I pray you partake of our humble offerings as we give thanks for your many valiant deeds. Thank you, sir, for this warm welcome. We are honored to break bread with you and your family. Come, come. Eat your fill of our food and drink deep of our spirits. There's more than enough for all. Well, when you put it that way, don't mind if I do. She wasn't kidding when she said her mother could cook. I know, seeing her with her family, I can't help thinking of my own. How my father would come home from a hunt with dinner on his shoulder, and Ida would prepare it with herbs and spices. Our mother died when I was little, so she did most of the cooking. We didn't have much, but we had each other, and that was enough for me. But they wouldn't have let us even that. Theodoric, Gaius. Of course, father and Ida had to fight. I would have too if I had been older. They didn't have to die. It never ends, does it? They call us beasts, and they treat us like them. They push and they push and they... until someone pushes back. Until someone takes up arms. Or summons a god. A false god. If the 12 are watching us, what are they thinking? What are they thinking when they see the strong hurt the weak? When people fight and die, and nothing gets better. And it just goes on and on and on. I don't think the gods listen to people like me. Thanks for listening. I know I was just rambling, but I feel better somehow. Who knows what the answers are, or if there even are any. Either way, life goes on and we've got to go with it. Sorry, that sounded better in my head. I must be getting tired. Time to turn in, I think. Tomorrow's another day, huh? Let's see what it brings. Sleep well, Serenia. You too, Lise. There's something to be said for a home-cooked meal, is there not? We must cherish these moments, fleeting as they are. The fight will always be there, waiting for us to return. I can fly! How long has it been since we saw father? Maybe Alphen and I ought to visit Garlean. So if your mother's food is so good, why are you such a terrible cook? Honestly, you've got to get her to teach you the basics while we're still here. Because I've got other skills. Need I remind you that I'm the finest hunter this tribe has ever seen? And speak for yourself, I don't remember you being a master culinarian. No, not yet. I trust you are well rested and refreshed, yes? And let us return to the front. The greater part of the Alliance forces should have advanced into the peaks by now, but I expect we will pass many of our comrades on the road east. There's a checkpoint along the way, as I recall. But we will need only to identify ourselves with soldiers in order to pass. Science, a pleasure to have you with us again. You'll be happy to hear we've taken Ala Ghiri and have already begun fortifying it as our new base of operations in the peaks. Give a shout to the lads as you pass, huh?
I remember how they laughed. Alliance and Resistance soldiers, eager for battle, trading jokes as we marched east towards the peaks. Beyond this last line of defenses lay the locks and the city. Breaching it would be no small feat. But we beat the Imperials back, just like that. And we liberated a village, the first of many.
The Imperials sure do like the towers, don't they? My village, the one we visited with Method, is far to the north. There's no easy way to get to it from here, though. Yeah, over there. Ala Ghiri. As you can see, this part of the peaks is much higher than the northern reaches, hence why the Imperials built spectacular Imperial towers when they did. See those three towers to the east? That's her. Sits right on the edge of a cliff, so attacking from the north is a fool's errand. From the south, on the other hand, she's no different from any other Imperial installation. You see now why Velodana is so important, huh? Right then, come along, we're waiting for us in Ala Ghiri. Kann nicht mehr fliegen. Ala Ghiri was once a hub of trade and commerce, as I recall, hence the need for a large central square. Ala Ghiri is famous for that giant crystal. Some say Welga himself put it there. That one. Here we are. The new base of operations for the Alliance and the Resistance. Ah, there you are. Greetings, General. I see you've been quite busy in your absence. Less than you may imagine. The Imperials fled at our coming, and we took the village without a fight. The timing is impeccable. We are about to discuss our strategy to seize Specula Imperatores. Though we are fresh from the road, we should be glad to attend. Good. Take a moment to gather yourself and join us when you're ready. Well, you have a flame, General. Looks like we've got a meeting to attend. Wicked Ambush is a great name. But everyone, then let us begin. Ala Ghiri is ours, and for our mercy we took it without losing a single man. But we dare not go complacent. Specula Imperatores will not be so easily won. If I may, General, should we not pause to consider the Imperial's motivations? For Xenos to surrender a fortified settlement of strategic importance without so much as firing a shot is inexplicable. We searched the village and found no traps or other signs of sabotage. Suspicious though they may be, I will not refuse this gift from our enemy. The path to Ala Ghiri is through the east, through Specula Imperatores and Castrum Urbania. It bears repeating, however, that the latter is home to a massive cannon with unparalleled range and destructive power. Which means we will need to strike Specula Imperatores quickly, both to limit their ability to locate our forces in the field, and to utilize the installation as a shield against attack, as they would doubtless not risk damaging the towers. I see. Then we have no choice but to accept what we have been given. Aye, that's the way of it. I have no doubt that Xenos has got something planned, but we'll just have to deal with it when it comes. To the assault then. The main host will commence of a direct assault on Specula Imperatores. During this time, I would hold the science in reverse at Ala Ghiri to deal with any Imperial forces that may be dispatched in response. Understood. Wait a minute. We should be fighting with you and the Resistance. I understand you want to rely too much on Serenia after what she's been through, but at least let the rest of us do our part. If she wants to fight, I say let her fight. Thanks, I knew you would understand. Mayhap it would be best if I accompanied you. Alizir can stay with Serenia. I'll go if you must. The two of us can take care of ourselves. You have your orders. Dismissed. Meanwhile, deep within an Imperial research facility.
Oh, my head.
Let us see. So, she lives. Impressive. Or merely lucky, though that too may prove a useful trait.
My lord, what have you done to me?
Though we Garleans are intellectually and physiologically superior in almost all respects, we lack the hereditary traits required for the reliable manipulation of ether, hence our unique inability to wield magics. This deficiency, for want of a better word, saw us subjected to decades of oppression by the lesser races, and we were eventually driven to seek shelter in the cold northern reaches of Ilsabard. Fortunately, said region was replete with vast deposits of ceruleum, which proved instrumental in the development of Magitech, a revolutionary technology conceived to compensate for our disadvantage. It was with Magitech that we grew strong, that our nation became an empire. Yet, ultimately, this was an extrinsic solution to an intrinsic problem. What I wanted was not a crude device to be used in lieu of magic. Through modification of the Garlean genome, I argued that it might be possible to enhance a subject's ability to manipulate ether, effectively empowering them to wield magics. Alas, my theories were met with consternation in the Imperial Court. Only Lord Xenos, with commendable foresight and wisdom, deigned to support my research.
You gave me this treatment, but I'm not Garlean.
Alamegan, through and through. What you have been granted is far greater than mere magic. Before that lesser light, it is as a second sun.
I am informed that Ala Ghiri was recently occupied by the Resistance, and that an attack on Specular Imperatoris is considered imminent. This could provide an ideal opportunity to test her performance in the field.
Your skulls, was it? They have joined the garrison at the Watchtower?
Yes, my lord. By your leave, I would rendezvous with them and lead a counterattack against the insurgents.
No. Even were you to leave now, you would not arrive in time. There is another duty I would entrust to you.
Found you.
Yep, Thankwood is good. So full of fire and eager, weren't they? Well, I wouldn't worry too much. We're strong, and we have each other. At least he spared the trouble of having to speak up. I wasn't about to let Lise go alone. We have a bit further ground to cover, so we should split up. If you come across any Imperial soldiers, you know what to do. Oh, and so you know, I sent word to Ironwald's squadron. They are already searching other nearby areas, so we have allies in the event we encounter anything beyond our means. Give me a moment, Serenian. Say that again, if you would. No, maintain your distance for now. Understood. Keep me appraised of any developments. It was Avonwell, the pair that was spying on us in the fringe that's followed us here. What about you, Serenia? Any trouble? I was thinking we might be due for some peace and quiet. Glad to hear you dealt with them. I hope the assault on Specula Imperators is going well.
Whoa! You've improved, lad.
Come now, father. You lured the fool onto my blade, and do not try to deny it.
Our work here is all but done. What of Conrad and his men?
They are for the main tower. The Skulls have offered fierce resistance thus far, but Conrad seems to believe he can convince them to lay down their arms.
Then we will tend to the stragglers down below. With me!
Report.
Enemy forces have overrun the lower facilities and appear to be mounting an assault on the main tower. We have already received a request for reinforcements. A unit of legionaries has been mustered and is ready to depart. They await your orders, Commander.
Stand down.
Commander?
Tell them to stand down.
Commander, if I may, our people, your people are still in there. They will be slaughtered.
You think I don't know that? I want nothing more than to help them. To lead the bloody charge. But I have my orders. Lord Xenos said no reinforcements. He would have us use the main cannon to destroy the installation.
What? Kill our own soldiers? You must be mistaken.
Mayhap you'd like to ask Lord Xenos yourself. I thought not. Initiate the firing sequence. Wars are won on the backs of the dead. Theirs and ours. There is no truth but this. We must remain firm and resolute and always, always do our duty. Now, give the order.
Initiate firing sequence.
Aye, aye. Initiating firing sequence. Release safety locks. Deploy main cannon.
Hansfrid, Rudolph, Hamlet. For
I need you to confirm the target, Commander.
Specula Imperatoris, main tower. Fire when ready.
Place where Conrad is.
What in the seven hells?
Long-range artillery.
Those treacherous bastards. Their people were still fighting. Full retreat! Now! Relay the orders!
Understood. All forces retreat! I repeat, all forces retreat!
By the 12th, did you see that? The main tower just collapsed. You heard it too, didn't you? It must have been the cannon at Castomabania. But that was an Imperial installation. The troops are still... Damn it, no one's responding. I don't know if a shell's been jammed for... or... We have to go right now. We need our help. Okay. We go next episode. Sorry for the stupid cut, but we go next episode. Until then, I'm Mace and don't get lost.